Hi Dave, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Tell us about this big guy in the movie. What's your character?
Tell us about Drax?
Yes.
Well, I usually say that you need to know really two things about Drax to kind of put your finger on him. And the first thing is that he is a very loving husband and father who's lost his family. And he's, very heartbroken over that, and he's kind of looking for somewhere to channel that heartbreak, and he's channeled into rage and revenge. Yes. And the other thing is that Drax is a very literal character. He takes everything you say very literally and means everything he says. So if you know those two things, you really kind of understand him a little bit better, and you'll see why he is, so angry and at the same time so funny without realizing that he is so funny.
You're a fighter, and you have a career like a fighter. How do you feel into an actor now?
I feel good. It's been kind of a hard transition. It wasn't easy for me to get roles. It wasn't even easy to get auditions. So I feel like I'm, with getting this role. That's such a huge movie, such a big project. I feel like it finally justifies, leaving professional wrestling and moving into acting.
The makeup is very impressive in the movie.
Yeah.
How many hours do you spend making the?
Yeah,
the
usually
makeup?
it typically took about 4.5 hours for the makeup application, and about an hour and a half to take off. And it was it was every day. It wasn't so much. It wasn't that bad. Like the hours in the chair, it was like consecutive days. When it got to be like 4 or 5 days, 6 days in a row is when it really became a little uncomfortable, and my skin was just kind of itchy and peely and burning. But it wasn't that bad.
Our homes, our families, and we're facing a threat that could destroy us all.
I think the most difficult part of the Drax was just some of the dialogue. Some of the dialogue is very stiff and very formal. It's something that's unnatural for me. It's not in a way that I would usually speak. So, it seems like it would be a simple thing, but for me, it's hard to take someone else's words, someone else's dialogue that's very stiff and so unnatural for me, and try to get it out in a natural way. But it's just so unnatural to most people, but in particular to me. But I think that was kind of the challenge. But also there was some of the emotional stuff, and some of it that didn't actually make the final edit that will eventually be seen. But there's some pretty emotional stuff, and Drax has got a lot of baggage that he's carrying around with him. A lot of heartbreak, and it's cool. I was just told that some of that stuff will be on the DVD, some of the DVD extras. So I'm kind of excited about people seeing that.
What do you think is the heart of the movie, of this movie?
Oh, Star-Lord for sure. Yeah, it all stems from him, and I think, and even. Not even so much the story, but even in the film, Chris Pratt playing Star-Lord, he's the heart, he's the soul of Guardians of the Galaxy.